Hi there, Virgos, Virgo Risings. This is Kimberly Knox, KK, your astrologer, and welcome to your year ahead forecast for 2017, as well as 2017 February general forecast for your sign in Virgo Rising. Make sure you read both because there's overlaps. If one doesn't resonate with you, the other one will. There's always general overlaps going on. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel this past year, reaching out and watching me. I've been at this for over almost 25 years now. My passion, my studies, teaching, doing lectures, and the YouTube is just a wonderful way for me to reach more people, share my passion, and I appreciate this. We put a lot of time and energy into doing your forecast in a very detailed way. Virgos appreciate that. It's really about math. Astrology is one of the most incredible sciences out there. Quantum physics based, intuitive as well. So let's get this going because we have a great year ahead. 2017 for everyone is going to resonate with the number 1. 1 also vibrates similarly to Leo, leadership, Mars, courage, and Uranus, unique, yourself, who you are, what you need. 1 is about you. If you have a numerology year of 1 for you personally, then that means that it's all about you. No, it's not about other people, it's about your self-development. So this is a year where we're able to really be supported as well by the universe to push us forward. What else is noting that it's a Uranus kind of year is that Jupiter is opposing Uranus 3 times. The first time is the day after Christmas and Hanukkah. The next is going to be March the 2nd. And the third time is a little bit later on, which I forgot the date, but that's okay. It is in the year. You need to find it. I will, but it's not that important. Just to know that it's expanding. Jupiter expands anything it touches. And it's also about relationships because 2 planets in opposition brings it to a head. It's about keeping in mind where you're going as an individual and being supported by these people that have come together in Libra to support you in aid cooperation and your partnerships and relationships, because those are important to your foundation going forward. So we have this 1 year upon us. It's very Uranus. Actually, in the new President Donald Trump is also very Uranus. He's got Uranus near his sun in Gemini. He's opposed by the moon in Sagittarius, which is very blunt. This is going to be a year of the fire rooster. Fire rooster is also very Uranus in ways because it is blunt and it is courageous and it is about look at me. It is one of the Venus signs of the Chinese zodiac. It wants it to be looked at. Fire wants to go forward with enthusiasm. It is impatient. It is creative. So these are aiding us. We came out of a fire monkey year. So we are now pushing forward for the new, and we are being supported in all ways. Then Uranus is also in a direct trine to Saturn. Saturn is the planet that we need to pay attention to, where it is in your chart when you were born, where it is transiting in your chart currently, and what that means for all of us. So it is in trine in a fire sign, Sagittarius. So it is giving us the grounding, the foundation that we need to bring this unique piece of us forward. Whatever this is for you, this authentic part of you is coming forward. And Uranus is about imagination, mental power, breaking the mold, shutting the door behind you, and going new into the new, being rebellious, being detached. It is about humanitarian effects, whereas Leo is more personal. The other issue, Leo and Aquarius, is where the nodes are moving. When the nodes move, and this is a mathematical point in the ecliptic, this is bringing astronomy back in here. We have the eclipses. We have eclipses coming up, and the eclipses get a lot of notoriety, but what do they mean? So the North Node eclipse is in Leo. So Leo is about our creative self-expression. This, coupled with being unique and going forward, will allow us to bring out that beautiful gift that we were born with. Now, if it has been suppressed because you were criticized or made fun of somehow when you were younger, or whatever it is that you need to get over to go forward, to surround yourself with people that inspire and to lift you up and to help push you forward, do that now, because this is what it's all meaning. Leo really wants us to get into that. And then the other half, the Aquarian part, is the group, is the humanitarian part, is bringing it out to society. Venus is also going retrograde this year. Okay, so where are the nodes for you? So let's go back to that. Because Saturn, first we'll go with Saturn. Saturn is in your 4th house. Saturn in your 4th house, Venus, it is, Virgo, it has been there for a while now, over a year and a half. It has until December, December of this year to go, and it is weighty, it is heavy, it is starting new. It is about you looking at the foundations of who you are and where you want to go forward to. It is also kind of, your root health. It is your home life. It is the root of who you are that no one sees. So perhaps you need to make sure of your health around your home. Perhaps you're having some issues around the home. Perhaps there's some things going on in the home that makes things a little bit hard. Just so make sure you're getting enough rest. Whenever Saturn's at the angles, it is difficult a bit on the physical body because of the energy of the meridians there. So the eclipse nodal points, we've got 6th and 12th house for you, Virgo. So Leo, the North Node, now moving from your 1st house into your 12th. So over these last year and a half with the North Node eclipse in Virgo and Jupiter there, it said work on yourself, personal self-development. What do you want to do? What are you achieving here? And new stuff. Now it's going into your 12th house. It says work behind the scenes. It says get into your subconscious, what could be holding you back. It is personal, inner listening to your inner depth, inner messages, whatever that is, creating behind the scenes. It is your health, it is your rejuvenation. So make sure that you are doing adequate self-care, whatever that means to you. Meditation, yoga, sleeping, proper dietary supplements, whatever you need to, because this new moon coming up is in your 6th house. So you're going to have some chances around 6th house stuff to change your routine to help you in this area. Venus retrograde. Venus, we are experiencing right now still Venus wholeness. Venus goes into its shadow on the 30th. Venus moves into February the 3rd. It moves into Aries. But right now we're still celebrating. We are celebrating what we've been able to bring forward since August of 2015, when Venus retrograded in Leo, met up with Jupiter, met up with Mars. I mean, this was a big time for us to really get set and gosh, what really makes me me? What makes me sing? And for me, it was astrology and it was health and working with food, healing with food. So I am moving more directly into those areas to develop and to bring forth what my passion and energies are who speak to me, regardless of how good I've been in the past and my other career, interests. So for you, what is that? What creative part of you, what inner child thing are you bringing forward? This is the time to do it. And this new moon in Aquarius actually is 29 degrees Leo rising of the actual event chart of the moment of the new moon. And that says this is your chance. Go forward because you are supported. The ruler of this new moon, Saturn and Uranus, 2 rulers for Aquarius actually, they're in trine to each other. So this is a beautiful notation saying, Uranus, break the mold, be you, and you're going to be supported by Saturn. So isn't that beautiful? Virgo, you tend to, and I have Mercury in Virgo with Pluto, which makes me excellent in research and the details, and that's why I take detailed notes of all the, what's going on, and that's the way my mind thinks and the way I communicate in detailed, factual ways. You can get held up in the details, Virgo. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can't be perfect when you're an entrepreneur. You must move forward at times. So to not be held back by the fear of having to be perfect. Venus, we're celebrating this now. It is wholeness time. You're brought forth, you've created, something has happened over the last 2 weeks. Also, Venus met up January the 12th in your 7th house with Neptune, your partner, your partnerships, your relationship, your primary, the public, any clients that you have. Venus and Neptune there. So that could bring rose-colored glasses, unrealistic relationship, reaching out. That's the low level of that energy. The highest level is about us and our dream board and our visions for, what we want to achieve, and really bringing that to light, because without this vision, we can't get caught up in the whole manifestation. There is a whole rhythm of manifestation, and you must participate in it. That is why they call it the secret. That is the secret, and it's astrology explains all of that. You vibrate with a certain vibration from inner. That is your Venus primarily. It is Mercury also. Your thoughts are things. What you think about, you bring about. But your vibrations of fear, of love, or whatever that is, you cast out. It shows on your face. And moving forward is the most important thing. Venus in Aries, where it's going to retrograde. It's going to retrograde in your 8th house. So this has to do with your joint finances. It has to do with how you're investing your money, your mortgage, where money is going, your intimacy with your partner. It's time to recapture that. And any monetary dealings that you get from other people. It has to do with your partner's money personally. So there's a lot of different areas there. But what it says is that you need to go below the surface. So when Venus is retrograde in Aries, it's about you. Where do you go, Virgo, to find out who you are? Well, it's 8th house stuff. 8th house stuff is very Scorpio. It's very about the mysteries and secrets of life as well. So 8th house also can be about surgeries and medical issues. So if you're not taking care of your health in the 6th and 12th houses, perhaps something will come up during this time where you need some type of preventative surgery. I say please forego that as much as possible by taking care of yourself. Food is medicine, and making sure what you put into your mouth is reflective of how you feel about yourself and your value. Your body. Your body is the house you live in. You must be taking care of that. Venus below the surface. It is invisible. We cannot see it. This is a time when we must work inside. No clothing, no new hairdos, no new makeup, no plastic surgery is going to fix you for the Venus. Venus in Aries is about what do I need? I. What about me? What are my personal desires? So there is no more personal than Aries at this time. It's not looking behind it. It must look within to itself. So these are big areas here. Venus goes retrograde March 4th, goes direct April the 12th. The midway point is March 25th. You will get news around this day, 24th, 25th. It can be great news. It can be a little startling, but it's meant to push you forward. So be on notation of that as well. If you're doing the work, then you're not as surprised about things that come out. But it stays in Aries for a very long time, so you need to do some work there in your 8th house. Whatever that means, you will know. You've got Jupiter across in the 2nd house protecting you there, so if you've got expenses that come up, you can be protected. It's expanding your 2nd and 8th house anyway. Okay, so those are the big things coming up for 2017 for you. You've come out of, Jupiter went over your sun. Jupiter was in your sign last year, expanding all of that. You had the eclipses in Virgo and Pisces. We've got the last eclipse now. So big things have happened. Now it's time to digest and to move forward. And perhaps 8th house also deals with, I'm going to talk about this, it's investors, investing in your creative genius. That's also 8th house stuff, getting the people that you need to invest in things. All right, so let's get down to what's going on February 2017. We've got January 27th, next Friday, we've got the new moon in Aquarius, your 6th house. Like I said, 6th house has to do with health, work, everything around work, your routine. Get that in order, get that set, get some new intentions around that so that you will be benefited in big ways, making sure that you're having adequate self-care, and also working. Virgos, you work hard anyway, so this is about capturing your health. January 27th also, so it's the day also that Mercury moves into 15 degrees of Capricorn in your 5th house of creative self-expression, children, this area. It gets to the point where it went retrograde, so we've got all the information that we need, and then the next day, January 29th, Mercury and Pluto meet up in your 5th house. You've got some big plan here about, it's going to relate to your inner creative self-expression, whatever you're bringing forward, what you want to create. It's going to relate to your children, a child, your first child, born child, if you have more than one. It's your first, if it's that. 5th house also relates to romance, new romance. It deals with also the fun that you're having, the fitness activities. Pluto is about transforming this whole area. So you're going to get information to make a plan, and Pluto coming together with Mercury can be obsessive. I have Mercury and Pluto together, but it's very deep. Now in Capricorn it says, let's be business-like and grounded and get responsible and where we want to go. So we can all get a lot done now. Venus goes into its shadow January the 30th. Shadow point from January the 30th through March the 4th means that it's going to recover this whole time. You may get some subtle information, because it's going to still be in your 7th house, and before it goes into your 8th house on February the 3rd, but it goes into its shadow at this point. February the 3rd is also first quarter. First quarter moon says, I take a step out. I have the courage to take a step out. A little sprout comes out of the ground. There's a lot of energy around the quarters, especially the first quarter, because that's why sprouts are so nutritious for you, because there's so much energy packed in a sprout, in a seed to come out. You're having the energy to go forward at first quarter, take a step of something that you planted there, and then Venus goes into your 8th house, sweetening up your intimacy, sweetening up the investors that are possibly inventing in your creative project, bringing up money from other people. So this is a good time. February the 6th, Jupiter goes retrograde in your 2nd house. It's going to be sleeping for a little bit. It's going to come back and go direct on June the 9th, and then it's going to go into your 3rd house, Scorpio, in October. So during this time, it's not one of your, it's not your ruler, it's not your rising ruler. So, you know, for Sagittarians, it'll be different. It rules your 4th house of home, where Saturn is. So there is some deepening of this whole Saturn experience that you have going on in the 4th house. Where am I going? What's my foundation? What's my future? February the 10th, we all have a lunar eclipse. Your lunar eclipse falls in the 12th house, behind the scenes, behind your first. The house behind the house is a support for that house. If the 1st house is your physical body, the 12th house is a support for that. How much sleep are you getting? Listen, almost all of us are sleep deprived today. We almost have an ego about, oh, I don't need much sleep. Yes, you do. You need sleep for your organs to regenerate, to recuperate. We are overcharged, overlighted, over electrical, over electronic. You know, we just have too much going on. So this is inner work, and it is work behind the scenes. So it's like a super full moon. This will come to light. And whatever seeds that you planted last August, at the new moon here, you're going to see how well you've done. Because this is the results. This is the full bloom. This is the releasing. This is the letting go. Okay? February the 18th, last quarter. At last quarter is similar to Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about getting stuff done. This is about accomplishing your goals. So Capricorn, last quarter energy, the sun moves into Pisces, into your 8th house of partnerships, relationships, your clients and other people. This is a time when you are coming out of the lower realms of your chart. The next 6 months are all about you getting out in the public and doing things, taking your product to market. All right, so you're getting out there. February 22nd, we're going to get to Mercury. Let's get to Mercury first. Write these days down in your journal. Mercury, the 16th, we've got sextile to Mars. These are all opportunities. Mars in your 8th house, and Mercury in your 6th to 8th. Working, health, you're going to get some information that is helpful for you. Sudden ideas, bright ideas. Sextile to Jupiter in your 2nd house. Money, self-esteem, pushing you forward. The 21st, Mercury trine to Jupiter. So Mercury in your 6th house, trine to Jupiter in your 2nd. Whatever you're doing working may be benefiting you financially, or your finances can help benefit your work, or your health, whatever you need to spend money on, or your self-esteem is now benefiting your work efforts of going and working out more. The 23rd is sextile to Saturn. Okay, so Saturn is that grounding force, and that's where we end in the 4th house. So all of these plans, thoughts, thinkings, they're bringing you where you need to be. Saturn in your 4th house. Saturn's going to move into your 5th house and out in December. But so mark those down. February the 25th. Mercury is moving quickly now because it's direct. It's going into Pisces, your 7th house, on February 25th. This is big. It's right before the solar eclipse in the 7th house as well. So now, around the 25th, 26th, you get news. You're going to get the news of this solar eclipse on the 25th because Mercury moves into that sector. So this solar eclipse is bringing some information about your partner or your partnerships or your relationship, or the public of you getting out there, your clients that you deal with. So get excited about all of this. Okay, Virgo, well, I hope you have an amazing month. I want to thank you for subscribing and sharing. You can reach out to me on Instagram for more daily stuff, just Instagram Kimberly Knox, and you'll see my site there. I put on a different information daily. I also have a fun storyboard that you can capture and get to know me a little bit more. You'll get some health tips there as well. And my KK Astrology page is on Facebook. You can friend request me there or join my group page. Love to have you. Thank you for all of my clients around the world. I appreciate you, love you. This is going to be an amazing year. So if you do one thing, like I said, change your mindset. Thank you very much and have a wonderful February.